Well, Jim, to set the stage for our conversation this afternoon, Syncom has been serving manufacturing customers for many, many years. And we've noticed over the years now that manufacturers seem to have gotten the most that they can out of the whole lean movement and the lean manufacturing, and so their cost control efforts have really yielded fruit. And they seem to now be shifting their efforts more towards driving top-line revenue. But in order for them to do that, studies indicate that 80% of the business a partner channels will get to a manufacturer actually comes from those manufacturers who are easiest to do business with. So with that as a backdrop, exactly what challenges do manufacturers face as they try to drive towards top-line revenue?
Yeah, I think you teed it up well, Gillis. I mean, you hit it. It's all about being easier to buy from. So we've seen a shift really from the power being in the seller's hands to the power being in the buyer's hands, and from the process shifting from a sales cycle to a buy cycle. And so customers are now a lot more knowledgeable than they used to be, right? And so if you think about the sales process, it begins with Google or Bing. Studies indicate that a buyer is 70% through the buying process by the time they talk to a sales rep. So the last thing that they want is to talk to sales rep that can do little more than regurgitate what's on the website and talk about products and features. And what that really means is that the buyers are empowered. They have a lot more authority and a lot less patience. What they really expect is for you to help them solve a problem, not sell a product. An example, we have a customer here in Cincinnati that sells industrial equipment. And I met with the president of the company, and he basically said, I really don't want to buy any software. If I'm going to spend this kind of money, I'll buy a real asset. We'll put it on the plant floor. I can go and look at it. So we shared that statistic that you cited, that 80% of a channel rep's business goes to the manufacturer who's easiest to buy from. And we encouraged him to go out and talk to his channel reps because they sold exclusively through channels. And he came back, they implemented the system, they've been very successful. What he learned though is that he was losing a lot of opportunities to even quote on business simply because his dealers, his customers didn't have the time to get a quote. So this idea of a buy cycle versus a sell cycle is really the first key, I think, to addressing this new way of selling.
What can our channel partners or manufacturers do? What strategies can they employ to enable them to try to meet this challenge of selling more?
Yeah, good question. So the first step is to understand why customers are buying your product. What is the problem they're trying to solve? And what they want to do then is map the value stream. In other words, customers don't want to buy products, they want to solve problems. So it really means that we need to understand what is the problem that we're solving for a customer, why someone buys. Goes beyond just product features and options. So we play in what they call the configure price quote or CPQ space. And by and large, these tools are just automating the features and options catalog. Buying habits have changed. They've shifted more to solutions-based selling versus product features and options. So the idea here is that companies need to be thinking about a whole new type of selling application, which is based on moving the knowledge around how you solve problems closer to the buyer. Now, if it's something like, let's say, the automotive space, I mean, it's not just a matter of what colors can go with what models and so forth. The buying process often hinges around things that have nothing to do with the product itself. It might be the financing terms, or maybe the maintenance and the warranty and the ongoing life, the lower total cost of ownership. So the idea of moving the knowledge around the problem that we're solving closer to the sales rep or the dealer, that's really what's going to transform a company's sales channel. And not simply automating the features and options that they have access to today.
So that's how Syncom brings it all together for our customers. Do you have an example of a customer who may have employed this and the benefits that they received?
Well, several come to mind, and there's several very large companies that we're working with right now who are trying to replace, a lot of companies have a variety of tools. But those tools, if they're not integrated, if those tools aren't really close to the buyer, they do very little. But I'll give you an extreme example. We have a customer, division of Siemens, been a customer many years. They make a very complex engineered electrical motor. It would take them 4 to 6 weeks to spec, configure, price, quote that motor. This is a very large company, it has hundreds of reps, but if only 4 or 5 people can actually validate a design and determine what it will cost, then you're constrained. Even a large company is constrained.
Yeah.
They were able to reduce that to about an hour, which in itself is pretty incredible. But the big win for them was not really the reduction from 4 to 6 weeks to an hour,
Sure.
but the ability now for several hundred reps who actually carry a variety of products, able to actually now spec those motors as part of an overall solution, leveraging the overall size of a company like Siemens.
So obviously, Syncom has helped many customers like the ones you cited. So if a partner were looking to us to enable them to help them in this area, how would you summarize the value that Syncom can bring to a person or to a company looking to implement
Right.
this? Yeah.
So we have a multi-channel configure price quote platform. And I don't take the word platform lightly, because a platform means different things. To a sales organization, the platform is where you stand and how you speak to your prospective buyers. But a platform from an IT perspective is also a technology stack that can easily be integrated and extended. So we've been doing this for about 16 years, and what we have learned is that these configure price quote tools don't stand on their own. They integrate with the various applications required to support your channel. So that would include CRM systems, e-commerce systems, and other engineering systems that may be required. So we've provided a platform that makes it easy to integrate knowledge around how you solve and how you sell, to integrate that knowledge into those platforms.
Excellent. So that's the Syncom story, and that's how we help our customers drive top-line revenue with CPQ.
As I know it.
Thank you, Jim.